And there's the Rams war room. Les Snead is on the phone with him.
What you just watched was the NFL making history. Michael Sam became the 249th NFL draft pick late in the 7th round.
Yeah, Sam is the first Oakland Gate player drafted by the NFL team, and he will be headed to the St. Louis Rams, where he will play a defensive end. With more on the story, and also with more on that kiss that a lot of people are talking about, we have Dr. Leah Lagos, sports psychiatrist, and Mike Bako, writer for theDailyNational.com. Thank you so much, guys.
Good morning.
And I guess he was waiting. I can imagine it's probably just this incredible sense of anxiety. Where will I go? And Mike, he was one of those small defensive players anyway that a lot of people were saying, you know what, can he be a defensive, can he be really good in the NFL being as small as he is?
Right, and I think going into the draft, I think a lot of experts pegged him in this position, 6th, 7th round. I think the only person who was surprised that he went this late was Michael Sam. By his own quotes and admission, he said, "I'm the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I think I'm like Clowney. I should be in the first 3 rounds." I think he was the only one that held that opinion. I think it's good for him, and I think it's good for the NFL, and I think it's good for the St. Louis Rams that they picked him, where he could go to a market where he could just concentrate on playing football. I know that's not really going to be the case, but it's not like going to a New York or to a Boston.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of scrutiny. I mean, the reality is that look, he is not just another football player. I mean, look, we all can admit that. I mean, so how much scrutiny do you think there will be on this guy?
I think if he could perform on the field, I think some of that scrutiny kind of goes to the back burner. They focus on him as a player. I think if he goes out and has the same sort of performance like he had in the Combine, where he's just not performing, where they're relegating him to the special teams, I think that's when the focus really comes on him. Why aren't they playing him? You know, that's when it really would come out.
All right, Dr. Lagos, let's talk about this. He came out very early on before the draft, and, you know, that was a lot of discussion what was going on with his sexuality and everything like that. But listen, I wasn't surprised by the kiss, but it seems like there are a lot of people out there that are talking about this kiss, especially Dolphins player Don Jones, who had this tweet. And if we can put that tweet up there, we can read it. And it's just kind of ridiculous that he said horrible. That's what he said, horrible.
There's another tweet that says OMG as well. So, I mean, what do you make of the reaction to this kiss?
Why are players surprised? I don't get it.
The novelty of it. We haven't seen on a national sports level 2 men kissing before, and I think the novelty is what really struck people's attention. But this negative invective in reaction to seeing the kiss is very interesting, particularly because this is a league that's accepting diversity. The team has embraced diversity. But what I really actually like about the situation is that the NFL or the regulatory committees within the NFL put some kind of message out where that statement was retracted quite quickly, sending the message out that this is not okay.
Well, exactly. He was fined. He's also been excused from team activities. He had to go out and publicly apologize. So this guy is paying the price, isn't he, for making comments?
He's definitely paying the price. And look where he got drafted, 7th round, just like Michael Sam. He's no different than Michael Sam. There's a finite amount of time that you're going to spend in the NFL, and to have this sort of reaction to what is a great moment for the NFL and for Michael Sam shows how naive he is.
Can we just have a moment on the Twitter sphere? Are these people ridiculous? Do they not think their name is linked to the comment that nobody's going to be able to find out, especially the NFL? And hello, Don Jones, what were you thinking? I mean, it's just really obviously not thinking at all. Listen, what do you think is going to be his, you know, sort of, a lot of people want to know who this person was he was kissing. He's a fellow alumnus of the university. He actually came out. He was a swimmer, right?
He came out. He was on the swim team. He came out in 2011, and you're talking about this Twitter sphere. If you follow his account, you see that they're very open about their relationship. There were other pictures of them on vacation, embracing different things like that. So we shouldn't have been surprised when we saw the kiss, but certainly this has been something that's out in the public.
And I also see this as a testament to Michael Sam's character. He's courageous, he's open, he's stating who he is and allowing the world to embrace him.
All right.
You always have to have people who are breaking barriers.
Absolutely, and this is a barrier that has been broken. We're obviously going to watch as this season progresses. Thank you both for stopping by and giving your perspective.